Hey YouTube, Matty's Day 12, Team JMT, coming to you guys with another deck profile. I'm going to be profiling the Dragon deck. It's Dragons. It is what it is. The issue that I've had with this deck lately is I don't know what direction to take it. There's a couple different versions that are slightly different. You've got the standard Dragon rulers, you've got the Dragoonity rulers, you've got the Blue Eyes versions, and I don't know. Each variant has so many different tech cards that you get to use, and I can't really make up my mind in it. So what I've done is I've just grabbed some of my favorite tech cards out of what people have been playing in this deck, and I've just shoved them all into my deck, and I'm still at 40 cards, but I'm just wanting to try it out. So this is what I'm trying out for the next couple of tournaments. It'll all change slightly, but I'm just taking it out as much as I can just to have some fun with this thing. 12 dragons. You gotta have them. It's the meat and potatoes of the deck. So yeah, 12 dragons. Double debris dragon. Debris dragon puts in work. Guard and Corsica are my level 1 tuners, and then I run one level 3 tuner. Dragoonity Darkspear. Now, people have been trying this guy out here recently. What he does is him paired with any of the dragons makes a level 10. Wait, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. Wow, how sad is that? Trident Dragoon. I don't know how you pronounce it, but is the card that you're going into. And the beauty of that is it gives you additional attacks, and I'll talk about it as I get to the extra deck. One Trigon. I like this card. I feel like it's the best level 3 option. The biggest reason I like this guy is because if you have to set him in defense, he actually has 1700 defense, so his defense is not horrible. But yeah, so one Trigon. One Fog King. This is another one of those odd tech cards that I'm trying out. He's the Debris Dragon target, which gives me an instant Star Eater. He's also a level 7 that you can normal summon, so it gives you more first turn plays into rank 7s without having to use the material, your materials, I mean, your dragons from your grave. You don't have to use as much resources to bring out your dragons because you can bring this guy out for free. It just takes up your normal summon to do so. But yeah, he's a level 7. He's a Debris Dragon target. He's also a water, which gives you access to some other things into the extra deck. I'll talk about that when I get there. And then round out the monsters with double max C. Now, the reason I'm only running double max C instead of triple max C, and I'm not running any Swift Scarecrows, is because the only place I have to play this at right now is my local legit MTG. So, with me only playing in local tournaments, there's really no reason to have all the extra stuff in it as far as hand traps and whatnot. It also, only playing it at my locals is what gives me the chance to try out these tech stuff. Triple Ravine and a Terraforming. I'm not a big fan of the Terraforming. However, I'm a huge fan of the Dragon Ravine, and they kind of go together, so it is what it is. I mean, this gets you to that, and I like this an awful lot. So yeah, it's also, I mean, I run some other things that I got to discard with, so Terraforming is not horrible, because if I already have my Ravine plays, and I don't need the Terraforming to get another Ravine, then I can just dump it, so it's not a big deal. Triple Swords and double Card of Consonance. Now, a lot of people have cut Card of Consonance either completely or down to 1 in fear of ref panel, which is fine. Again, if I was to play this at a regional or something like that, I probably wouldn't be playing double Card of Consonance. I'd probably just be playing 1. The issue is right now I'm wanting to try out all this different tech stuff in the deck, so in order to do that, I have to get the combo pieces, which means I need more draw power, and that's more draw power. Round out the spells with triple MST. I'm still playing this at my locals, so triple MST is extremely good at the local, and it's actually becoming better in the meta and just in general. Traps, Sixth Sense. I've play tested it very, very little. I know the card is excellent in this deck. But every time that I've actually resolved this card so far, I have milled one card. I've not got the draw off of it very much at all, and I have only milled with it, and I always mill one card. My opponent always rolls a 1. So I'm apparently really bad with this card. Just putting that out there. One return from a different dimension because it's a win button. Actually, both these should work as a win button. But yeah, this is it's I win. One emptiness again because I'm trying out some other stuff in here. It's the reason I'm at 1 emptiness. If I was to take this to an event, I would probably have 2 emptiness, but just 1 for right now. Double Raigeki Break. I personally like Raigeki Break better than Phoenix Wing Wind Blast just because it deals and destroys the cards as opposed to just putting it back to the top of the deck. You know, if you try to play your field spell over my field spell, if I put your field spell back to the top, then you're just going to draw it again and put it over top of mine the next turn. I've really not dealt with it. I've just kind of postponed it. And I like to deal with problems. So Raigeki Break allows me to deal with the problems. And then the last couple of tech cards I'm trying out is Non-Aggression Area. Now this is a card that I was actually considering playing in my Insector decks way back when. Never really had a chance to put in any work with it. What this card does is you can only activate this card during your standby phase. Discard 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Your opponent cannot normal summon, set, and or special summon during the next turn. It's kind of slow for this deck because I feel like there's so many times that you can just push and not have to worry about it too much. Not have to worry about what your opponent's going to put on the board next turn because you can just push an OTK. But it's really, really good early game in this deck. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Gives me a little bit more control with the deck, and that's what I like to play is control. So there's the main deck. The extra deck, I feel like it's mostly pretty standard. Double Draco, 1 Big Eye, and then because I'm playing the Fall King, I can put Tidal on board and then follow Tidal up with the Fall King, and allows me to make Mermail Abyss Gaios, which is basically he's skill drain on legs. And not only that, he keeps big monsters from being able to attack. And at 2800, he is huge in what he does. And that's the only Exceed monsters that I play. The rest is all Synchros, which is Star Eater, Trident Dragion. Yeah, Dragion. That's what I'm going with. What this guy does is when he is synchro summoned, he has to be with all dragons. And then when he is synchro summoned, you can destroy 2 cards, up to 2 cards on your side of the field, and he gains additional attacks equal to the number of cards you destroyed. So he already has 1 attack, which all cards do, which all monsters do, and then you destroy 2 other cards, and that allows you to attack 2 more times for a total of 9,000 points of damage if you're going in direct. I've actually OTK'd quite a bit with this card. You know, Dark Spear one of my dragons into this guy and just wreck them. Stardust, Scrap Dragon, Colossal Fighter, Crimson Blader, Thought Ruler, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Orient Dragon. This guy actually put in a little extra work too. I had a chance to play Debris Dragon into a Maxi to make him, and then I also had Dark Spear and a Dracosac token into Orient Dragon, and removed my opponent's either Colossal Fighter or Stardust. He removed a Colossal Fighter and a Stardust tonight. I don't remember which one was which. Anyway, there you go. And then last but not least, Armory Arm. I don't know how often I've actually had a chance to make him, but I do have a chance to make him from time to time, and he is pretty good. And then, of course, to round out all of my decks, Sword Fight Beast, Rope Dipper. You gotta have the Rope Dipper. And just to have a little bit of fun, these are my markers. As you use the elements, you gotta be able to keep up with who you used and who you haven't. I've got Blaster. I've got Tidal. I've got Redox. And then I have Tempest. So there you go, guys. Those are what I use to track what dragon effects I've used. There you go, guys. That's been my little teched out dragon deck. This is what I'll be playing at the legit MTG tournaments for the upcoming future, I guess. I appreciate it, guys. Subscribe, comment down below, show us how much you love us.